what I'm going to show you is something new. We're going to do a little piece here on trader education, on gap reverse or invisible gaps. These are really great patterns when you catch them. You know, we look at cycle analysis, but we're always looking at indicators that can help us find the cycle peaks and cycle troughs. And gap reverse are just an absolute great way to see that. So let's take a look here as we look at this Amazon chart. I'm going to move out of Amazon right now, and I'm going to switch over to daily charts. And a chart I'm going to show you in here is BABA. Now we're looking at, we're just going to look at this daily chart of Alibaba Group, and I want to tell you what a gap reverse is. First of all, you could see that this was a resistance area. So the stock has this big upside move, pretty decent upside momentum. It looks pretty good on the short term. It gaps up here and then reverses. Now, this is an engulfing pattern, but the key in here is that it gapped up and the sellers were waiting and it gave it all up and came back down. Well, there's actually a gap in here. It's an invisible gap because this was the close of the previous day. This is the open of the next day. So there's a gap in there that becomes invisible and then it comes down. And you can note that set the high in here. So that is a great pattern, whether you're a cycle analyst or any kind of an analyst, especially when it comes in a resistance zone, that some major top is in place when you get it at a top. You can see that. I'm going to show you some other examples of that. Take a look at Tesla in here, and you can see here in Tesla the gap reverse. It gaps way up over here. There's an invisible gap right in here, and then it actually engulfs that day right there, and now it's getting sold again. Well, Elon Musk, he came out and said the stock price is too high. Well, if it breaks under this level, it's going to give us a major sell, and we actually think that it's going to form something like a head and shoulders top in here. You can see that. But there's your gap reverse and the indication of a peak, and you can see how the stock is acting. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. I just want to give you a few examples in here of the gap reverse, NVDA. And you can see in here that there's your gap reverse right there. It gaps up that day, it engulfs, it reverses, and you can see the stock moving down. Even with rising momentum that we have in here, and supports in here pretty close, it did give you the indication that the stock was likely to move down. Even though it moved up the next day after that reverse, that didn't matter. It was declaring a level. It was declaring to you what the traders and investors were thinking. And you can see, and that's what the key is about the candlestick patterns, is they really give you a good sense for the psychology that's going on behind the market. So that is NVIDIA. You could see that. VRSN, you can see it right in here. This is a double gap reverse. You can see that. The first one here, the second one a little higher, and look at the stock moves down. It got a high of 219. It's now trading at 202. And a beautiful look at another gap reverse high where the stock continued to move down. Let's just take a look at Conagra, which is a gap reverse on the bottom, and you can see that in here, the stock in a downtrend, and then it ends up reversing and moving up. Now, I didn't talk much about volume, but a lot of these come on increasing volume when this happens. And in this case, volume was up near the high. It wasn't all that significant, but you can see gap reverse, gaps down, moves up, makes a major bottom, and moves up very significantly. A low of 23 to move up here to about 35, and a very, very good look at a gap reverse. That's what we look at, gap reversed or invisible gaps. They look pretty much the same. What's really interesting is that when I go into here, where does that come from? I mean, I actually taught this to our members, and you can see in here, just going to move this up a little bit so you can get a little better view of this. This is from our list of tools for techs videos, understanding and trading 4 different types of gaps. We have 80 plus videos in here that you can really get a good handle for so many aspects of trading in just the tools for techs. I'm just going to go back and show you the in the dashboard of the video library, and here you could see our askSlim Market Week archive, Future Speak from Wednesdays, we put in now our live askSlim live and special reports and market briefs, trader psychology, stock sectors, big picture analysis, style, strategy and plan, tools for tax. Just an amazing thing. A few IRA MO things in there. Over 500 videos in this library. I just showed you one piece from one of them. Can you imagine the kind of learning that you can do when you look at that kind of a library with 500 plus videos from me with the kind of experience, 45 years I've had? Man, did I work on creating all of that just to bring to you. You can actually have that by taking a level 2 trial membership. That includes everything in level 1. What are you going to get with that? Well, you're going to get our weekly weekly and daily stock index report. The daily one is phenomenal. It comes with a live stream, so it doesn't matter what platform you're on. You're going to see our charts on the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the Russell. People are raving about this. There are a lot of people that use it every single day. So you're going to get that, our daily stock index report live stream. You're going to get our weekly stock index report, our weekly ETF report, the Slimulator Momentum Tracker, one of the best apps you will ever see for investors or longer term holders. More than 1,000 symbols that you could see all of our momentum work in there, and 500 videos. Unbelievable, in 9 categories. Take this trial, $22.50 for a month. Can you believe that for all of that? Write Matt, M-A-T-T, at askSlim.com. He's gonna sign you up for $22.50 for all of this. If you want to take a quarterly trial, he has those for you also for incredibly low amount of money. Write Matt, M-A-T-T, at askSlim.com, and you're going to be able to get all of that, everything you saw right there. You'll be able to watch the whole video that I just showed you on gap reverse to look how to trade the other 3 kinds of gaps. It's really an extensive video, great information, and 500 other videos. Just incredible. Do sign up for that trial if you're not a member, and you will be just amazed at everything that's in there and the stuff that comes out every single day. There's nobody like us out there, and I really want you to get a feel for us and who we are. So 1 month, $22.50. How could you not do this if you're interested in the markets? That is our look at that educational piece, trader education, that I'm going to bring you now and then. Let me know if you like that.